Right. I am super excited for this one. I have been I just love folk art. So let me start by talking a bit about folk art. I don't give anyone a minute, do I, to like settle in? I should let you all breathe. I'm just so excited. I just came back from the Arctic, by the way. So you're seeing like all the paintings around me. Sorry, it's chaos. But I've like desperately been trained to paint them out of my mind because my mind's like full of beautiful mountains. Anyway, but they did folk art in the Arctic. What we're going to do is we're going to start by just doing flat imagery. So folk art, this is my understanding of folk art, that there's lots of 2D images. So I'm going to start us by just, can you see that red jug in the background here? We're just going to make a load of that shape all over the paper, but we're going to do it in a pattern. Okay, so if you just do the flat image of it, don't worry too much about what it looks like. We're just looking at 2D images. I'm just making a nice 2D red jug. Okay, so just keep going with them, your different colors. And basically, folk art is a lot about culture. So I've brought a lot of objects from the home and our culture. And then we're gonna do all sorts. We're gonna explore some words and things like that. It says on the website of folk art, one of the folk art websites, it says it's all about actually decorating an object. So we might draw a jug and do some folk art. We'll just start with some pattern design at the moment. Okay, so just a nice row of jugs like that, or however you want to do them. Just like that. Okay, now let's throw in a teapot. Let's do the yellow teapot. You can do them in any pattern you want around the page, okay? But we're just working on flat 2D designs. I think we've lost my face. Oh yeah, that's good. We do. Right, it always end up making the spout look rude. So they don't need to be uniform. That's the beauty of folk art. I don't like using the word naive, but it's just like it's like the best, beautiful, most imperfect. You get to see the human hand within it. That's why I love it so much. Okay, I've got a row of teapots. And then I've got a coffee pot. So let's try and do a flat coffee pot. Spout. Handle. Oh, that's a lot of paint. Slowly working our way through the pattern. So these are the sort of patterns you'd have on, you could put on like a tablecloth or a vase or a kitchen door or a kitchen cupboard or something like that. I mean, maybe next time we should just all paint our kitchen cupboards together. I don't think that would go down that well with everybody's families. Right. Now, can you see some flowers in the background? You can see this rose here. Can you see that pink rose? It's quite far away. What I want you to do is I want you to just make a flat. I'm just going to make a flat surface color, like a flat surface pink. just the outline shape of it, because it's 2D. I'm just going to go round and round like that. I might bring a bit of red. We could add a bit of details, but we can just get those shapes in at the moment. They absolutely do not need to look all the same, which is an absolute relief, isn't it? Okay. Our folk art pattern is coming together. So now just we could bring in a bit of detail on our 2D work. So like the rose has got a bit of red on its leaf, on its sort of petals. This might be sort of something you see on canal boats in England. I think if you're in America, I'm so jealous because I think your folk art game is amazing. Then I'm going to get some dark colors and colors. I'm just going to put them across the top of my jugs at the top, like that. Bit more dark color around the teapot, like that. So they just sort of bring out the highlights of the objects, whatever they're trying to do. Quite fancy doing like all the doors in our house with flowers. Okay, so we're getting somewhere with these. Now it's a pattern, so I think we could do some folk art leaves. So maybe I'll bring this a bit closer. These are leaves picked from our garden, so I have no idea what sort of leaves they are. So you could do the daffodils round the side, these ones, or you could do the green leaves. Okay, so I'm just going to do flat green leaves, and I'm just going to add them to my pattern. Ooh, got my paintbrush cut. Really simple. Okay, and then I might try and do, there's a green sort of bit of rosemary, I think, here. So I'm just going to make that into a flat. Yeah, it is rosemary. It smells really strong, like this. So flowers from the garden and objects collected from around the kitchen. Just things, folk art seems to be very homely and steeped in culture. So maybe I could put a few of these down here in between the roses as well. But you can put them anywhere. This is the beauty of it. Just keep it flat. Just want that flat lay effect. I mean, you don't actually have to keep it flat. Who am I to stop anyone? I make up everything as I go along, so wouldn't worry. Let's try for another green set of leaves. Might go like that this time. So really you can impersonate it how you like. Oh, at the top of the snowdrops, they're beautiful. Maybe I could fit in some snowdrops. So I'll put the stalk like that. And then I'll try and add a snowdrop. I'm not sure how this is going to go. Just very looking at the shape of a snowdrop and adding it on. It's quite collectory, this, isn't it? It's lovely. It's quite sort of collecting your world and flat laying it. Oh, I've just accidentally carried on. So you can highlight a bit of colour on your leaves, keeping them flat. We could, I think down this side, maybe we could have more leaves. And you'll probably find shapes that you love doing. Like you might find it really therapeutic just drawing loads of leaves, or you might like something else. Okay, so we've got a really sort of nice folk art pattern. You can go in with swirls, you can go in with anything you want. But that's just our warm up, and we've really sort of, you know, dug in. I'm just going to write home, and then March 2024. I think it's always lovely to annotate things. Oh, and my name. Don't forget your name. So bad at signing my name at one point. But yeah, just put that one behind you. Now we're going to try a slightly different method. So what I want you to do is we're going to pick. So you can do tea or coffee or hot drinks. Okay, or base it around a drink that you like. Okay, so you can either copy exactly what I'm doing or just go a bit rogue. I'm going to do a big teacup in the middle of my painting, but you could do a big coffee cup or you could do another drink cup. And we're basically going to do this whole piece, and it's going to come out from the teacup, and then we're going to have the teapots, and then we're going to have the tea bags, and then we're going to have the people drinking tea, all flat lay. Okay, so let me start with, doesn't matter if you're making it up. That's the beauty of folk art. I've just put some stuff behind me as sort of reminders. So I'm going to start with my teacup flat in the middle. Just going to block it in. They're quite into having like one big thing, what's it called, like symbolism in the middle. And then sort of little things come off that. And I think there's quite a lot of stories in folk art as well. It's really, really exciting stuff. Really like it. It makes me so upset when people are so sort of, sometimes the art world look down upon it. Okay, so because I think they think it's naive, but I think it's absolutely brilliant and it tells the story of humankind. Okay, so I've got a nice flat teacup in the middle. Now, I'm going to start with, I'm going to start with red teapots around it. But you can do anything you like. You can have coffee cups, anything. Often it's hard to get started with art, and things like this are brilliant, where you just, one object, there's always an association with another object. Just carry on and on and on. I'm just surrounding my teacup with teapots. Do you know what I might do? By the way, this is all, you could easily do this all in dry media too. You can do this in pencil, crayon, anything you like. I usually use washes of colours because they're easy, like quicker to do. So don't get hung up on it so easily. So now I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna do yellow hearts because I love tea. And again, it's a symbol of love. And I'm sort of just doing 2 strokes with my brush to make a heart like that. So I'm gonna do that sort of thing. And you're sort of layering up the comfort that you want someone to see and feel. Okay, so we've got a teapot, a teacup, teapots, love. We now need let's have should we have the trays next? What colour shall I have the trays? Maybe a bit of pink. Get my pink out. Because Mother's Day is coming and it's all about breakfast in bed. Can you hear that, Jack? So I'm just going to put handled trays around like that. You could add any objects you like. You've done wine in the middle, you can have the corkscrews, you can have anything. Anything goes. Really adore folk art back around the home. I think it looks so cool. So welcoming. I'm going to a place called Kettle's Yard tomorrow in Cambridge. And it's like the opposite. I don't think they have like any, I think every wall is white and plain. Every time I move house, I think I'm going to be a minimalist, and then I turn into some sort of folk art maximalist again and paint every wall and door I can find. Right, nearly done with my trays. Okay, and now I'm not, people might be like, what are they? But they won't be, because it brings in a pop of colour and I know what it is. So, oh, could even bring in, so you start to see ideas and might bring in some pink hearts around the coffee. I mean, around the teacup. Just a few of those. Okay, now let's do, should we do the milk jug? Now, it's news to me that some people don't have milk with hot drinks. It's a thing. Now, I'm going to struggle carry on going around in circles, so what am I going to do? Maybe I'll make some milk jugs bigger around the side. You can put them anywhere. The beautiful thing about art is you can do exactly what you want. All the milk jugs. And then I'm going to do them on this side. Feel like a pattern should sort of work symmetrically, even though this really isn't, but it looks like I've tried to make it symmetrical, doesn't it? Here we go. If anyone wants a great folk artist to look up Maud Lewis. She's just incredible. Then I think I'm going to put in some milk bottles. Again, I'm just guessing how they go with my paintbrush. Oh, the milk. It depends where you live, I think, what milk bottles look like, but I'm doing the classic. Well, I was trying to do the classic glass bottle. Put those around, maybe I've put them down here. I think we should do the flowers next. And in the spirit of me making up folk art, and it probably not being folk art, we could always write things in it as well. I'm always sort of like with cups of tea, but they're so welcoming. We could write like, you can sit, like, welcome to sit with us, or come and have a cup of tea with me, or something kind like that. Just adding a bit of detail on the teapots, still keeping them flat. This has got a bit 3D, this one. I think I'm going to add a bit more paint over the top. I think I'm going to write something like make me a cup of tea and I'll love you forever. I wrote that for Jack once. Very simple, like tea a lot. So we could write the message in the cup. We could even, I don't know really, we could try and make I could try and sort of do a bit of that green leaf work that we did before, sort of fill in a bit of space. Can try and wiggle in around. Maybe watch and see if I make it look awful and then you can decide if you want to do it. No, that's not the spirit, Emily. Right, there we go. Let's do the leaves on the, wasn't parsley, what was it called? Thyme? No, it wasn't that either. Bit green. What should I have around the edge? Maybe let's try a few people. Is that a bad idea? I don't know. I'm quite tired, so it could be a really bad idea. But let's try it. Okay. Just gonna put some faces around here. This could go very great. Right. Just put some faces around your work. And let's not panic. And do. And these are people really happy to see the teapots. Okay. Or the milk jugs. Right, now I'm gonna sort of get a darker colour to the initial colour of the face. I don't worry too much about faces. I just sort of get one colour or a couple of colours, and then I get a darker shade and I blob in the nose like that. Blob, blob, blob. Sometimes I do a side one like that, forward like that, and just like that. Sideways, sideways, like that. And then you can just put in the eyes and the smiles because they found tea or whatever you've done. And then we can try and sort out some hair or a hat. Oh, right. There we go. Right, let's give you some hair. You can have some sort of wild hair. You can have a hat. It's definitely not a symmetrical pattern anymore, is it? You can have a party hat. You can have blonde hair. You can have dark hair. You can have dark hair, spiky hair, curly hair. Hair with bits missing like Jack's. Eyes slightly bald. Good. Oh, let's give you maybe a cat. And the story grows. Okay, and then I might just go completely rogue and colour like other spaces that are left. You don't have to. I'm just going to put teacups and hearts. You can even colour around the background a bit as well. I'm really keen to see what you've all done tonight. I've never done a folk art workshop and I already want to just stay doing them forever. I think it's made me learn something about what I love as well. You those hearts that are 2 brush strokes. Now I'm going to brave the lettering. How am I going to do that? I think I'm going to get a bit of dry media. Maybe a dark blue crayon. Got a dark blue oil crayon. And now say, make me tea. And then, oh goodness, where am I going to put this? And I'll love you forever. Now you can do whatever wording you want. You just have tea, you can have no wording, do whatever you like. And then if you got a bit of dry media, you can always do a bit of design on top of bring in a bit of detail on your flat work. Just a bit like that. We could do some amazing ones like maps and things. Maybe I should do a map one. Or like tiny little cows for milk. Oh, it's also exciting. There's so many options. Just going to bring in a bit of dry media on top. If you've already been working with dry media, you can add in just another colour just to bring it out a little bit. It sort of tends to be just a little bit of something after you do a flat block colour and then you add a little bit on top. Put my hearts down there. Absolutely not symmetrical. Might put my hearts on the what's that? Rosemary, that's it. Well, we started off strong. We had rules and everything, and then it all went. All the rules went. Okay, then we're gonna laminate in dry media. So you can do it in anything. Oh, here we go again. My hands lost control. Just started adding a bit more. Okay, so you can do you can carry on beautiful, in-depth pieces for as long as you like. Okay, so we'll put that one behind us, but if you want to add more later, feel free. I gave you permission. Feel free to ignore me. In fact, I often do ignore me. This is a tray that is in our kitchen. Well, it was in our kitchen. And I thought that could give us some ideas, as well as the flowers here. It's prop central tonight, isn't it? That's because Jack sorted it all out. I've been napping today. Right. I'm going to start with a big daffodil in the middle. I've just swung them into shot. There we go. Going to start with a big daffodil in the middle. Then I might go round it all at the end with the dark background, and then I might sort of do blue flowers and things like that. So let's start with your favourite flower, or a daffodil if you want to join me. Remember, flat lay. Uh-oh, let me try and get a bit more white. I'm going to sound like a real non-wise person now, but do they have daffodils where everyone lives? Apart from the UK, are they in like America and things? Actually, I wonder, maybe Americans aren't here at the moment because they might be asleep. Oh no, they aren't asleep because Sandy's not asleep.
No, yeah, we have daffodils.
You have daffodils. Good, I'm very glad. I wouldn't want you to miss out. Thanks, Sandy. So just put that in the middle like that. And then, oh, maybe I really quite like the daffodil emblem. Is it emblem? Shape. Let's keep it simple. I'm going to do one in each corner as well. But feel free to change this pattern, because we all know I will. It's quite a nice like starry bit in the middle, isn't it? Very happy. When you see the first daffodils here, it's just such a relief. So lovely. Where I come from, they nick them off the roundabouts and stuff for Mother's Day. Go and chop them all down and give them to their mums, which I think is great. Oh, that's a bit pink by mistake. I don't have enough courage to steal off roundabouts, but you know, these were fairly deprived areas. And it was great. Right. I don't know why my daffodils have gone slightly peach, but I'm rolling with it. Ooh. Okay. So I've got a daffodil in each corner. Now, ooh, what are they? They're good, aren't they? They're like little perfect flowers with like like 4 leaves. I think I'm going to try and do them blue. So like 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to do the leaves bigger. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. These flowers look like they're dancing. I love it. Okay. Got my dancing flowers. Now let's throw in a few leaves. But they can be any colour you like. I think I'll do maybe here. You flat leaves. Perfect. Dot those around the place. No one will ask any questions. They probably will, but never mind. Right, look, oh, there's some nice red flowers on the tray. Can you see these ones? I'll do you one on my page so you can see. So they're like 3 like that together. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's what they look like. They're coming out like tulips, but they're not. I think there's some sort of cool bud. And if anyone's wondering, I think this tray is Papier Press. No, yeah, Papier Press. It's a super big website. I think it's in America and the UK. They have amazing folk art in Poland. So I'm really jealous if you're from there as well. Oh, might do a few of those in like let's try and get a bright blue going. Let's try and make a bright blue. Okay, well, I've sort of made a purple. Where shall I put those? I might do them tiny around the outside. I bet some of you have done such gorgeous ones of these. Some people can just think very mathematically as well as like be very relaxed about it. And like just, you know, those people who know how to put cushions together. I bet that some of you are those people. I can do paintings, but when it comes to like interiors, it's a different ball game, isn't it? Okay, I like the little ones. I like the difference in the size. So maybe we could do maybe we could do more small ones around the sunflower. I think I might do people holding hands around my sunflower, but that might not be for everyone. So you could do like more leaves, or you could join me in possibly making the best or the worst piece of art you've ever made. I'm a bit of an art gambler, I think. Right, I'm just going to start with the heads. Get those heads in. I just don't know how this is going to work. We'll put the heads in, then we'll put the jumpers in, and all the jumpers can hold hands. Okay. One jumper, do a few jumpers at a time. Green. I think these are like spring happiness people who've come out to see the flowers and dance. Okay, let's get a few more colors in. I am a spring happiness person. But the reaction when the nights are lighter and stuff. Oh, it's just lovely. Right, there we go. Let's make sure they're holding hands however long their arms need to be. Wouldn't worry about them looking too crazy. We're just getting that like over the top vibe. Okay, so they're holding hands. They're holding hands. On the airplane yesterday. Was it yesterday? I don't even know. I don't know even when I went. This week on the airplane. It was till like 4:30 in the morning, so I'm not sure what day because it was like in between days. But I would just put on the trousers. There was proper full on rom-com in my aisle, like me and two other people. I was by the window and they just met and it was so great. And it was great that it turned out like one of them lived in Swansea and the other one lived in Cardiff, and they both ran marathons, and it was just they're both single, both have been unlucky in love. And when they were asking for each other's numbers, I was almost like, can I have some details too? Because I need to know, like, am I going to be at the wedding? Because obviously but it wasn't appropriate to do that because they didn't speak a word to me because I was drawing like mad. Anyway, they're my people dancing on the flowers. I might write in the middle something like the flowers made the people happy. And then we could try and bring in, oh dear, I just dropped that in there. We could try and bring in a bit of that darker color like around the tray. So we could try bringing it in, learning to go round things. We're gambling a lot with painting today, aren't we? I think like in America, there's a museum of folk art somewhere. I just need to go to that so much. America's got so much good art. Should publisher like things I want to go and see? All right, so I'm just bringing it around the edges. I quite like it. I quite like having a background in here. I wouldn't worry, like don't be hard on yourself. I'm just doing this all with the same brush. I'm being very relaxed. Uh like you don't need to go too close. You just sort of get the idea of it. A bit of that'll do. As soon as it stops being fun, you need to stop doing it really. Just bringing that around the edge like that. I think it sort of frames the folk art quite well. And really must appeal to people who love detail because you could go in on this for hours and completely lose yourself. In fact, you could do one of these like every day with your days in pictorial form. That would be incredible. Mine would probably be like mostly teapots and the nursery gate. But then occasionally there'd be like the Arctic. But it'd be a challenge to find all the interesting things. I'd have to draw like tiny little versions of the range on it in folk art form. Like a tiny little Sainsbury's. Mm. Okay, so I'm really enjoying the blocking in. So you could block in the next circle. Oh, what color? You could, if you want to ever make your black a bit more punchy, you can always add just like a dash of red to it, or let me just show you. If that's the black and then you add a little bit of like blue or anything, it can often just make it hit harder. I always feel like a phony giving out tips, by the way, like that, because I think you don't need, everyone can just do exactly what they want. Okay, so I'm just going to go around my blue flowers with yellow as a contrast, but go around yours with whatever contrast you like. And then we'll need to decide what I'm going to do with the people. I feel like, was it Ukraine has the symbol of the sunflower, which is so beautiful. We've got the rose. Be interesting to find out like all the different countries' flowers. Make a map of the world out of flowers. I think we're just going to bring this black to join it. Like that. And now, oh, the last one. What shall I do for the people? Oh, quite like, or maybe like quite a sky blue. Let's do a little sky blue. Gonna have to be really light. Oh dear, half these people don't have trousers. Quite excited. I'm going to, it's mum's 70th birthday, and we're going to Herald University, and it has the biggest collection of women's art, I think in like Europe, maybe the UK. I'm prone to exaggerating, so who knows? But I think it's it's somewhere. It's big. It's a big women's art collection. And they got loads up on the walls around the university. So I can't wait to go and see that. Doing that tomorrow. Um, I've been proper AWOL this week, haven't I? Jet set mummy. Right. So we've got a lovely, I feel like that's bringing in a bit of that sort of folk art. If you want to get sort of, you could probably bring in a bit of crayon, dry media on top, things like that. Just if you want to add a bit of sort of depth to it. If you want to add the stem, the stave, who knows? I need to look at my flower terminology. So yeah, that's cool. Should we try? Oh, we've got 10 minutes. Should we do another one? We've done tea, we've done flowers. Let's do maybe adventure and animals. So I'm going to start in the middle, I think, with a tiger's face. This is going to be hilarious because we're going to have to make up loads of animals. And they're the funnier they, the more you make them up, the funnier they look. Okay, so I'm just going to put a big tiger's face in the middle. And tigers have nice round ears, so you can just stick them in like that. Just nice and flat shape on the bottom. Just like that. Oh, while we've got tigers going, let's put them around the outside. So just put like a sausage, sausage, just like that, flat lay, and then we'll do the heads and the legs. By the way, I'm so grateful that you all come to these. It's so nice. I always like just love a community, and I think I love the accountability as well, showing up to something. Right, let's put the heads on. Heads, round bit. And then we'll do, oh no, he's got two heads. This always happens. Legs and a tail. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a tail. One, two, three, four, and a tail. Oh, he's got a big tail. Oh, I'm right. Okay. Tigers. Let's go. So now I'm just going to do, oh, I'm going to let them dry a bit before we go in on them with the detail. What's next? Let's do some grass for them. So I'm just going to do like green triangles. Sort of animal, explorer, happiness. Maybe we could do it like suitcases, or what else is good with tigers? Could do birds. Um, hippos, crocodiles, shark. Let's try shark. Okay, how do you do shark? I've literally no idea. I'm gonna do them like that, and then a tail like that, and a fin like that. Okay, so 1, 2, like the heart, then a tail and a fin and a fin. You're probably doing them way better than I am, so feel free not to follow my lead on sharks. Courage of all convictions. Just act like you know what you're doing, and it'll be fine. Don't tell the paintbrush you've no idea what you're doing. Oh, oh. Okay, we've got our sharks. What next? Brown bears. Let's try grizzly bears. I don't know what grizzly bears look like. I've just realized. Do they have legs? Do they stand up? Do they? Oh, well, never mind. uh, 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 uh. Oh no, they're like longer, aren't they? They sort of stand up. Oh, here we go. I still don't think I've quite got that, but there we go. Arms up in the air, like a rah. Okay, so we've got bears there. Mm. Ooh, what else could we have? I might do some more plants. I think plants are a nice break, a nice stress relief from animal panics. I'm just going to do some nice like grass work like that. Ooh, I tell you what, that'd be really good. Let's have a sunshine as well. Let's make a nice big sunshine. I feel like that's the spirit of adventure. I'm just going to do these sort of big suns around the place as well, where I can fit them in. Quite random. Can a pattern be random? Yes. Okay. Now we could do tiny little suitcases or rucksacks for going to see all the animals. Tiny little suitcases. We could try zebras if we can fit them in. I think we need to look for like littler motifs about sort of adventure. Okay. Maybe another one up here. Right, let's get going on our flat lay detail. I'm just going to start adding in my tiger stripes eyes and mouths. Stripe, 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 stripe. Don't worry about it. 2 eyes and a smiley face. I mean, your tigers don't need to be happy. Don't want to push my tiger emotions on you. Bum, 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 bum. Oh no, I've just drawn a face. Oh, I've drawn a sun on the, I've drawn a face on the moon. That's great. Let's put that one there. Okay, face on the moon, that's great. I think this is a nice live study at how I get distracted quite easily. Stripy. Okay, it's a really stripy long tail. Okay, now I'm going to do faces on the bears. What can often look good is like teeth as well. Oh, an eye on the sharks. Not even sure where to put the eye, to be honest. Oh, I think I put that at the wrong end. Never mind. Oh, stripes on, let's give the tiger 2 eyes, stick them anywhere, then just go rogued with the, go rogued. Like this, bit of this, bit of this, bit of this. And then I'm just going to put a big rah mouth in. And whack a few teeth in. Ah. Maybe bring a bit of white around the eyes as well. Really mixed when you're sort of playing fast and loose with animals and what you can sort of what you end up with. We've got 1 minute. I'm going to quickly start doing some shading in. So I think I'm going to go with dark teal around the tiger's face. Just going to bring that in like that. Just really quickly. And then I might bring a bit of tealy blue and go around the tigers on the outside. Using a contrasting colour like that, I think can make it look really nice. Sort of highlights the madness of the tigers. Like that. Again, don't worry too much about the neatness, just as long as you've gone round it mostly, no one minds. They're too busy looking at the tiger in the middle. 9 o'clock. Sorry, I'm going over a bit. I'm so excited. Just going to finish filling this bit in. But if you've got somewhere to go, feel free. Don't let me hold you up with my mad filling in bender here. Nearly around the whole thing. I find turquoise and orange lovely, like this deep turquoisey teal, also known as phthalo blue. If B had been a boy, I really was going to consider calling her Silo. But that's such a nice name. And it's my favorite color, I think. Right. Okay, I'm round it. Now I think maybe I'd do like a red or a pink middle. Quick. Am I wasting everyone's time? You can go if you want. I'm just going to carry on doing the middle bit. Let's quickly get in this pink bit around the sharks. I'll be still saying this at midnight, by the way. I have very I was like, Jack, I won't be a minute. And then like 5 hours later, he comes in and switches the studio lights off so I don't stay up all night and things like that. You might want to just like later on when it's dried a bit more, you might want to add more detail on it. I don't always go back and add detail. Sometimes do. But if you don't like your work, remember, always just let it breathe for a few days. Like an argument, let it just have its time, let you have your time, and then come back to it. And then you might like it a lot more. It's nice what a bit of perspective can do, isn't it? Okay, this is really exciting. Maybe a bit of red. Okay, last really is going to be the last bit now, promise, then I'll go. Please tag me in what you've done. I am so into this. I want to see what you've done. I want to be like just looking at folk art all evening. I'll repost any. You tag me in. All right. Nearly there. Last little bit. And also let me know if you're well into it or if you don't like, you're not as keen on folk art or whatever. Be great. Maybe we should have folk art club. Okay, I'm going. I'm so sorry for keeping you working so late. Tag away. I'm loving folk art. Have a look on Pinterest. There's so many ideas for folk art. And I'm going to share on my stories some artists that I absolutely love, like Maud Lewis and things like that. So yeah, just thank you for joining me again. And if you want another folk art class, because I'm so up for it, if it is something you like, we could do some more like stories and things like that. Anyway, lots of love and see you soon. Thanks for coming. Bye.